Hey, Principles of Business and Finance. So today we're starting on Unit 502, which is Understanding the Economic System. So we've talked about the basic principles of what economics is. We've looked at what supply and demand is. We've looked at how price is affected by supply and demand. So now we're looking at the actual types of economic systems that are within our area. So today you only have 3 assignments, which is of course the 502 notes. These notes run the same as 501. We'll go over a certain amount of slides each day. Your notes will color code with that. So today we're looking at slides 1 through 4, and we'll be looking at the red section of your notes. And then tomorrow will be orange. The day after that will be blue, then green, and then purple will be the last section. So this is what we're looking at. I'm not expecting you guys to turn it in until you have completed all of the notes and we've gone through everything. We also have the 502 systems matchup, which I will work with you guys on the first couple of ones and then let you go on your own with the remainder, and then your exit ticket question that is due after the assignment. I do apologize. The due now for tomorrow went ahead and posted, so you don't have to worry about that until tomorrow. So let's get started with the 502 PowerPoint. Most of them will look the same. I try to stick with the same color coordinates as we have on that one. So we'll be going through slides 1 through 5 today. All right, so understanding the economic systems to be able to recognize the environment in which businesses function. So pretty much this is just the world we live in. All of us don't have the same economic system, so these are the different systems. So of course, what is an economic system? Economic system is just the way a country handles its economic decisions and solves its economic problems. In short, how does a country spend money? Why do they spend money? And how do they solve problems of money? A traditional economic system, this is one in which the people produce only what they want, what they want most, and what they must have, in order to exist. And all economic decisions are based on habit and tradition. A command economic system, this is one in which all or many of the means of production are distributed and owned by and controlled by the government. So that means that the government has say on what's produced, who's producing it, the whole nine. We really don't have much say in it. Communism is one that you guys will probably hear in your history classes when you're thinking about present day Russia, which was previous to Soviet Union, or the USSR. So communism was very prominent there. So this is which the government controls the economic system. It does not allow private ownership or the means of production and distribution. So that means no mom and pop stores. The government has their hands on everything. Socialism, this is a modified command system. The government owns the basic means of production, but it does allow some private ownership of businesses as well. So we look at a traditional economic system. So these are things based strictly on custom and historical precedents. So patterns, practice. People are often doing the same work their mom, dad, grandparents, everybody did. So this is sort of like, well, my mom and my dad were always a farmer. I'm going to be a farmer. I don't know anything else. Communism, this means central ownership, which is mainly by the government. They are the ones that control the property and the resources. All property and resources are collectively owned by a classless society and not individual societies. So the workers control the means of production, but there is still a lack of consumer choice, and the government determines which goods and services are produced and how they are distributed. So again, this is the former Soviet Union. Socialism means that the government owns and produces everything. This is more of a planned economy. The redistribution of income, their social welfare characterized by socialist society goals. It's a peaceful and gradual extension of government ownership, but the revulsion of a ballot rather than a bullet. So they pretty much own everything. They take control of it. They make sure the people are taken care of. But this is a socialism economy where, again, the government still has control of everything. Then you look at a market economic system, private ownership of private property. So there's a profit motive. That means everyone's out to make money. There is competition. There is consumer sovereignty, which means that these purchases are made by consumers like me and you. And we also determine what's going to be made. There's individual choice and minimal government involvement. Excuse me. All right, so the types of economic systems. So of course they have to look at how resources are allocated. They have to figure out what is going to be the opportunity cost, that we talked about in the last one, And last objective 501. And then we still have to answer the questions of what to produce, how to produce, and for whom to produce. This one right here just kind of gives you a little bit of a breakdown of who, what, when, and why. So it's a little example that they have, and it's also in your chart. We're not going to go through this one, but this is the end of this as far as it goes. So going back, let me see, can I get back to where I was at before? Uh-oh, I went too far ahead. I apologize. I'm actually going forward. So out of all these economic systems, we, the United States, have a traditional mixed economy. That means that we have competition, we have consumer sovereignty, we determine what needs to be made. We also make individual choices, and there is minimal government involvement. In a sense, we also have a traditional economic system because a lot of times the people of today are normally doing what mom and dad did before. So you have some, and it's starting to change as the older generation starts dying out. You have the younger generation coming forward, but we typically have a mixed economic system. And that's talked about a little bit later on. That's the world that we stay in, and we'll talk about that a little bit more going forward. So make sure that you're completing the notes, which again for today is slides 1 through 5, and it is the red section of your notes. All right, the 502 systems matchup focuses on the economic system that we just talked about. And if yours doesn't show up this way, that's fine. I put up here that it would be better if you open it up in Google Docs, in Microsoft Word. Of course, you guys, as Chromebooks do not have Microsoft Word, so you're going to have to open it up and run it the best way that you can. So there are a total of 18 questions. I'm going to do the first 6 with you guys, and then I'm going to leave you guys on to do the remainder. So the prices are set by the government. So if we refer back to the PowerPoint, this is going to be a communist command economic system. Don't let all the extra words go over it. Look at command. So you're going to look at traditional. I don't want you guys to overthink stuff. Command. Or communism, I believe that is one of them. So command, communism, and then socialist, and then the market economy. Okay, so we got the basis there. Number 2 says free competition. So if we're thinking about free competition, we are talking about the market economy. This is because, going back to the PowerPoint, it does allow competition, whereas the other ones really don't say a lot of competition. Number 3, we look at welfare states. Well, welfare states are the socialist command. They focus on the different welfare classes and want to make sure that everyone is getting equal treatment. Number 4, the lack of growth and progress. Well, this is traditional because, again, going back to the PowerPoint, traditional ones are saying, I'm doing the same job that mom and dad did. Mom and dad are farmers. I am a farmer. I'm not going to change it. So that's what a traditional one is. Number 5 says consumers make the economic decisions. Well, this is the market economy. So think of the United States when you think about the market economy, because we do make some decisions. There is government influence, but we make majority of the decisions. And then 6, the government sets production quotas. That is B. That is a communist command because they control all aspects of the government. So this is what the communist does. They control what's produced, how it's produced, and who is produced. So this is what you're looking at here. All right. So make sure you guys have the remainder done. So you have 7 through 18 to do on your own. And again, you're only using traditional A, which is traditional economic, B, communist command, C, socialist command economic system, or D, market economic system. So this is what you're using for the 502 market matchup. Make sure that you're also getting your exit ticket done, and you're not submitting the notes until all of them are completed. I don't mind for some of you guys that want to make sure that you're getting the notes in and I'm seeing it. And it is completely okay. If you can't see the assignments, we can see it on our end. That way we can grade them and get them back to you. So again, if you guys have any questions, this video is going to be uploaded into the Google Classroom underneath for your information and under the instructional videos and walkthroughs. On this past Friday, you guys should have attempted the 501, 502 quiz. And then, of course, for those of you missing any testing codes, they are here at your disposal. So if you guys have any questions or concerns, definitely refer back to myself and Mr. Moore. Again, this is my information. If my class students have any questions, or if more students wants to ask any questions, they definitely can. That's my email, my classes Remind app, and then also the Google Voice. And then for Mr. Moore students, his Remind app is there. And of course, his email is kmoore@hertford.k12.nc.us. I have provided some Kahoot games for you guys to review. And that is pretty much all for today. You guys have a good one.